summer, you got nothing to do. I tell you, slip and slide is a way to get through. You get wet on slip and slide.
In the 1970s, summer meant striped beach towels, sticky Tupperware pitchers, and vinyl loungers that left marks on your legs. These 10 classic items didn't just show up for summer, they defined it. Number 1. The woven folding lawn chair with bonus skin pinch. Let's talk about those aluminum lawn chairs with the woven plastic webbing, the ones that made you feel like you were being slowly sliced into a human waffle. They came in psychedelic patterns and sat low enough that getting out of one was a full-body core workout. Bonus points if it collapsed underneath you mid-recline. That's how you knew it was broken in. If you were lucky, yours came with a footrest. Number 2. The striped beach towel. You know the one.
While I'm at the beach, don't let anyone squeeze the charm.
Oh, right, Mr. Whipple.
Got my new beach towel.
Oh, please don't squeeze the Charmin. Squeeze me instead.
Oversized, terry cloth, and came in colors that could blind you from space. Those thick, candy-colored stripes were practically a family heirloom. Somehow every family had exactly one really good beach towel, and 5 that were thin, scratchy, and smelled vaguely of mildew no matter how often you washed them. If you didn't claim the good towel early, you were stuck with the reject, usually something with fringe. That one good towel? It doubled as a pillow, blanket, sun shield, cape, and of course, modesty cover for those awkward swimsuit moments. A true MVP. Number 3. Vinyl pool loungers, aka the plastic torture device. There was no greater thrill or danger than stretching out on one of those vinyl loungers with the rainbow-colored stripes. They looked like the epitome of poolside glamour. But once you got on, good luck getting off. They squeaked, they stuck, and heaven help you if it had been sitting in the sun too long. One wrong move and you'd sear your thighs like bacon. If it didn't deflate or flip you over, it'd slowly dump you into the pool like a malfunctioning carnival ride. But you'd climb right back on. That's just what we did. Number 4. Slip and slide.
The Whammo Slip and Slide. It's unbelievable, and it's for you. It's new. It's magic. Just unroll the Whammo Slip and Slide, hook up to any water faucet, and the magic surface goes to work.
The 70s version of water park luxury came in one yellow sheet of plastic, a hose, and the unspoken rule that you had to scream while sliding. You'd roll it out on the lawn, grass, rocks, divots and all, hook it up to the hose, and launch yourself belly first like a torpedo with zero regard for spinal alignment. If you were lucky, the lawn was smooth. If not, well, you found out where every root and rock was, instantly. Bonus points if someone added dish soap and made the whole thing a lawsuit waiting to happen. Number 5. Tupperware pitchers that lived on the patio table. If you didn't have one of these, your neighbor did. These pitchers came in harvest gold, burnt orange, or some other cursed kitchen color, and they were indestructible. NASA should have used them for shuttle parts. They had a flip-top lid that never quite stayed shut, so every pour was a guessing game. Kool-Aid? Lemonade? Ants? But they looked great sitting next to a stack of mismatched Solo cups and a sweating tub of coleslaw. Iconic. Sticky. Summer. Hold up just a second. If this trip down memory lane is bringing back the smell of Coppertone and the sound of flip-flops on hot concrete, take a moment and hit that subscribe button. And if you're on Facebook, join me there too. Share your stories, compare your worst sunburns, and let's keep the summer vibes going strong. Number 6. The Inflatable Bop Bag. Now I know what you're thinking. Wasn't this a toy? Sure. But in the 70s, everything doubled as a pool toy if you had enough imagination and questionable judgment. These things were usually shaped like clowns, superheroes, or some unlicensed knockoff of Popeye. You'd blow them up until you were lightheaded, then toss them into the pool and try to ride one like a mechanical bull. Total chaos. But hey, they were easier to wrangle than your little brother. And when they deflated, they turned into the saddest, sun-bleached corpse floating across the deep end. That's how you knew summer was winding down. Number 7. Hardsided Igloo coolers. These weren't accessories, they were appliances. Your family's Igloo cooler wasn't going anywhere without a plan and at least 2 adults to carry it. It sat on the patio like a miniature fridge. White lid, red body, handle that always pinched your fingers. Inside? A half bag of ice, wet paper towels, a leaking Ziploc full of egg salad, and cans of Shasta or RC Cola colder than your mom's glare when you forgot to put the lid back on. And wedged between the ice packs and soggy sandwich bags? That little stack of Dixie cups just waiting for the Tang you made from hose water and enthusiasm. Sure, the cooler stank like old pickles by the end of the weekend, but in the 70s, that just meant it was well loved. Number 8. Lawn darts, Jarts. If you grew up in the 70s, there's a solid chance your summer fun included dodging actual weapons in the backyard. Jarts, also known as lawn darts, were marketed as a family game. They came in a cheerful box with smiling kids on the front, and inside, 4 giant metal-tipped missiles you'd lob into the air and pray didn't impale your cousin. You'd set up 2 plastic rings on the lawn and aim for them, but let's be honest, someone was always aiming for the neighbor's kid by accident. Eventually, the grown-ups caught on that this game maybe wasn't ideal, what with the ER visits and all. But for a brief, glorious window of time, nothing screamed summer louder than a game that could take out your kneecaps. Number 9. Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine.
It's yum yum fun that is cool and clean, and its name is the Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine. You put ice cubes in and get a snow cone out.
This is fun.
Yum yum fun is what it's all about.
Every kid in the 70s either had one or wanted one. The Snoopy Sno-Cone Machine was the holy grail of backyard refreshment. Sure, it was basically a glorified plastic grater with a crank, but to us, it was an ice-cold miracle. You'd load up the top with a tray of barely frozen cubes from that old metal ice tray in the freezer, and then take turns turning the crank until your arms gave out. The reward? A palm-sized pile of crushed ice soaked in Technicolor syrup, usually red, always sticky, and sometimes flavored with just a hint of Band-Aid from the crank mechanism. Number 10. The Inflatable Sea Creature you didn't ask for. Every pool had one, usually a seahorse, whale, or some other poorly designed ocean friend with a goofy face and cartoonish grin that would haunt your dreams. Half of them couldn't stay upright. They'd tip over, flop backward, or spin in circles like they were possessed. But we loved them anyway. You clung to their necks like a lifeline, even if their plastic was hotter than a skillet and twice as sticky. Bonus points if they came with a squeaker. Double points if they deflated mid-ride and left you clinging to a sad pool pancake. So there you have it, 10 beach and poolside classics that defined a 1970s summer. Some were iconic, some were absurd, but every one of them brings back that magical mix of freedom, sunburn, and Kool-Aid-stained lips. Let me know in the comments, what's one summer item that instantly transports you back? Did you have a flamingo float that bit the dust? Or a towel you refused to share? Hit that like button, stay cool, and I'll see you next time for another trip back to the summers that never really ended.